Father, I'm telling you, one day I'm going to kill Armand. Have patience. Act patiently. We will win the court case, and then the land will be ours. Don't make any rash decisions, or it'll become very difficult for us. But Father, can I say something? Yes, say it. Father, why don't we just drop the case? And it's somehow. Have you lost your mind? Father, at least listen to me. We can drop the case and give them Kieran in exchange for the land. We'll take the land from them. Oh, you simpleton, do you really think they would just hand the land over to us? That can never happen. They wouldn't give us that much land in exchange for Kieran. But Father, they were still talking when Nawaz's phone rang, interrupting their conversation. Yes, what is it? Fine, hold that bastard there. I'm on my way. Nawaz, furious, stormed out. Man, I don't want to go home. Why not? They're always talking about land over there, and my ears are tired of hearing it. On top of that, Mom's planning to get me married. Well, that's not so bad. If you get married, you'll leave, so you'll be far away from all these land issues. No way. After marriage, responsibilities only increase. I want to live before I die. Well, then what can I do for you? Kieran, just pray for me, please. Kieran, sir is calling you. Oh, I got summoned. I'm off. I'll see you tomorrow. Outside, she knocked on the door. May I come in? Seriously, Miss Kieran, your performance this month is really down. May I ask the reason? Kieran, wash the dishes. Kieran, make the food. Kieran, iron the clothes. Kieran, did you wash the clothes yet? Kieran, do this. Kieran, do that. The moment the boss spoke, Kieran's mind replayed everything that had happened this month. Sir, I have some personal issues. All right, but focus on your studies. Yes, sir. You can go now. When Kieran got home, the house was in turmoil. In the guest area, two men sat fuming, while her father was busy making apologies. Mom, who are these people? Speak quietly, Kieran. Your brother has killed their son. What? Yes, and they're furious. They've come to kill your brother to settle the score. Oh God, save my son. Please, God. Mom, what are you doing now? There's no point. Brother should have thought of this earlier. My goodness, what kind of sister are you? Pray for your brother. Mom, my praying won't change anything. Now your son will pay for what he's done. Keep in mind, he will be punished for his actions. Neither I nor Father can do anything. Already burdened by so many troubles, this was one more thrown onto the pile. Kieran stepped into her room, throwing down her things in frustration. What did you say to them? Speak. I have avenged my son, Mr. Azim. The woman named Nima cried, seeing Arsul and Mr. Azim enter the house. She began screaming like a madwoman. Mom, relax. My son Arsul. Did you kill him? Tell me you did, right? Hey, why are you both quiet? Answer something. Nima, I demanded their daughter in exchange for revenge. Excuse me. Arsul got up and walked away. What? Father, their daughter. Yes, Saima. I demanded their daughter in exchange, and the land remains ours. As for you, Nima, killing their son once doesn't satisfy the torment. Their daughter will come here, and we'll make them die a new death every day. Hearing her husband's plan, Naima seemed satisfied. But father, for whom did you ask for their daughter? Arsul or Zaman? For Arsul. Don't expect Zaman to mistreat the girl. Who knows whom he takes after? Kieran had been shut in her room ever since returning from university. She came out now for dinner. It's good you came out. Your wedding is tomorrow, her father announced. Everyone was shocked except for Nawaz, since everything happened because of him. What? Father. You. Something inside her shattered as she struggled to believe her father would do such a thing. What do you mean? How can I? I'm your father, and anyway, you were bound to get married, and I don't need your permission. It's my order. Amna Begum, have her ready after the noon prayer. Come on, Nawaz. I have work for you, he said, and they left. Mom, is Sis getting married tomorrow? Young Ghazal asked, her eyes full of innocence, as she looked at Kieran, who was sitting on the floor crying. Mom, tell her something, Ghazal pleaded. Amna simply looked at Kieran in silence. Yes, yes. She's leaving, Amna mumbled. No, I'm not going anywhere. I won't go. I'm not sacrificing myself for someone else. Mom, listen to me. Tell father too. Otherwise, I'll run away. Yes, I'll run away. Kieran shouted as she headed back to her room. But just then, her father Saeed and Nawaz entered and overheard her words. Their faces turned red with anger. What nonsense was she spouting just now? Saeed thundered, scaring Amna, who cowered behind Ghazal. Saeed Sahib, you can't force her. If we push her, she might run away, or she might refuse at the time of Nika. We should think carefully. Saeed cut her off. They want a girl from our house, any girl. So let's just give them Ghazal. Get her ready. I won't hear another word. My son is more precious to me. My support in old age. These daughters won't earn a living for me. I'll have to spend on them. Hearing what her father truly thought about them, Ghazal was speechless. If only this were a dream and I'd wake up. Oh God, please let it be a dream. But she was about to learn what would actually happen very soon. Nighttime. The room was immersed in darkness. Oh God, help me. I don't know what these people will be like or how I'll live there. I won't be able to survive. Father, why are you doing this to me? I'll never forgive you. Never. Ghazal's muttering gradually faded as she drifted off to sleep. Yet Kieran had been awake, and she heard all of Ghazal's anguish. Oh God, what have I done? My innocent sister will blame me for this. Now what do I do? How can I save her from this hell? But it's too late. There's no point in regrets now. Brother, what's this I'm hearing? What? Arsel, returning from who knows where, questioned them. Father says you're getting married? Yes, and by the way, don't call a marriage. In my mind, it has no importance. But brother, that girl, aren't you sympathetic toward her? There's no need to feel sympathy. She's the sister of my brother's murder, understood? I'm disappointed, brother. You're taking revenge on a woman for a man's murder. Her only crime is that she's the murderer's sister. I never expected such ignorance from you. You're crossing all limits. You're all doing something terrible. Enough, Zaman. Get out of here. All right, I'm leaving. But think over my words. Zaman left, leaving Arsel in deep thought. Are we really doing wrong? Is this cruelty? Should we do this? If I think carefully, that girl's only fault is belonging to the family of my brother's killer. Still, we must have our revenge, whether from a man or a woman. What difference does it make? And with that, his sense of humanity and empathy was overwhelmed by the fire of vengeance. Enough. My decision is final. I will definitely take revenge. The morning sun had already risen, but Ghazal took her time getting up. Ghazal, look at the time. It's almost noon. Those people will be here soon. Mom, those people, they're coming to destroy me. I'll burn for the rest of my life, while you're so happy, like I'm about to settle in a wonderful home. You're giving me a shove into a pit and feeling pleased, as if I'll live happily there, as if my life will bloom like flowers. But it won't. It'll be filled with sobs, the sobs I'll cry alone in a corner after enduring their cruelty. That's enough, Ghazal. Amna's voice quavered. Be quiet. This is your fate, my child. Amna placed a red scarf over Ghazal's head. In the distance, Kieran watched, trying to hold back her tears. Shortly afterward, Arsel, Azim, and Zaman arrived at the house for the Nika. Ghazal was brought into the room. The Malvi's questions were being asked. Ghazal couldn't hear a thing, too lost in her own world. Only when he asked a third time did Amna nudge Ghazal, and she returned to the cruel present. I accept, she said, not really knowing what she was saying. She had just taken the first step on the path to her ruin. Moments later, it was time for the departure. No guests were present, only the elders from both families. Mom, congratulate me. I'm going off to my ruin, Ghazal said. Her words made Amna's eyes well with tears, and the same words hit Arsel in the heart like an arrow. Then they took Ghazal away. You can leave quietly right now. Don't force me to say something I'll regret. And yes, you're a Wani bride, so remain a Wani. Don't even think of getting on my head, Arcel told her bitterly in the bedroom, his cruel words like weapons, needing no blade to wound. Now why are you staring at me? Go sleep on the sofa. Go on. Am I not worthy of a bed? I did nothing wrong. Father, why did you do this to me? But she found no answers, only anguished thoughts echoing in her mind. Hey, hello, Ghazal, madam, get up. Arcel had been trying to wake Ghazal for who knows how long. Finally, he picked up the glass of water nearby and dumped it on her. Ghazal jerked awake. Look at the time, he said, pointing at the clock. From tomorrow onward, meet me downstairs first thing in the morning. Got it? Yes, yes. Then hurry downstairs. A little while later, Arcel and Ghazal descended the stairs. Ghazal was cowering behind him. Seated at the dining table, everyone scowled upon seeing them, except for Zaman. Brother, come sit. Zaman spoke immediately. Zaman's greeting only deepened the frowns on Naima and Azim's faces. Yes, Mom. What's the matter? It's just my brother, right? Zaman joked. Hey, girl, go make breakfast for your husband. Naima ordered, ignoring Zaman's remark. Yes, all right, Ghazal replied, heading to the kitchen. But Mom, the breakfast is already made, Arcel pointed out. From today, your wife would do all your work. Actually, I'm thinking she'll do everyone's work. Let's dismiss the servants, Naima declared. Yes, exactly, Azim added. Besides, as a daughter-in-law in this family, she can never gain any respect. Keep her in her place. Sure, why not? Arcel responded without emotion. Zaman, furious, stormed out. Arcel's face remained blank. Ghazal soon returned with a tray of breakfast and walked into the dining hall. For the first time, Arcel was free to look at her closely. A wheatish complexion, dark eyes under thick lashes, half-tied brown hair repeatedly falling across her face. She is beautiful, he muttered in a low voice. Moments later, the maid interrupted his gaze. Hey girl, Madam is calling you. Come with me. A while later, Naima snarled at Ghazal. Listen, from today on, you'll do all the housework. We've dismissed the servants. Maria will show you what to do. And tomorrow she won't come either. You'll handle everything alone. Ghazal looked up at Naima, then at the huge mansion. I understand. All right then. Maria, show her the work and head home. And you, girl, finish everything by 6 in the evening, or be ready for punishment. Holding back tears, Ghazal walked after Maria, feeling utterly helpless. In Kieran's house, she sat staring blankly. Kieran, get up and help me. Her mother pleaded, but Kieran didn't hear. Kieran, get up. She shook Kieran, bringing her back to awareness. Mom, it's all my fault. My doll is gone. My sister has gone into that hell. I'll never forgive myself. Punish me, Mom. Punish me, please, Kieran screamed, filling the entire house with her cries. Amna tried everything to calm her, but Kieran refused to listen. Eventually, she fainted from the hysterics. Saeed, come quick. Something's happened to Kieran. Hearing her cry, Saeed and Nawaz hurried in from outside. What is it, Amna? Why are you screaming? She's unconscious. Well, call the doctor then. Amna was shocked by Saeed's detached tone. Mom, the way she passed out screaming, she'll wake up the same way. Come on, Father, we're getting late. Yes, let's go. Saeed and Nawaz, talking, stood near the farmland, far from the populated area. It was 6 in the evening, and the sun was slowly setting. Yes, sir. They've arrived. All right, kill him. But be careful. Make sure his father isn't harmed. At that, the call disconnected, and a shot was fired. The first bullet struck straight through the heart. A second shot came from behind and hit Nawaz's neck. Right before Saeed's eyes, his son dropped lifelessly to the ground. This son for whom he'd sacrificed his daughter, all to protect him. It had been of no use. His son died right there before his eyes. Ghazal had been working since morning without eating anything and was exhausted. She still had half the chores left. Furious, Naima grabbed Ghazal's hair and pulled her upright. You, I told you to finish quickly. Who'll make dinner? Your father. Let go, Annie, it hurts. That's exactly why I'm doing it. So you feel pain and I feel peace. Andy, please, shut up. Are you trying to stop me? Neema unleashed a flurry of slaps. One landed, and before Ghazal could steady herself, another followed, violently pushing her. Her head struck the table's corner. Dazed, blood trickled in a line down her forehead. She crouched there for a while, trying to gather herself. As she stood, she saw Arcel at the door, veins bulging in anger. He glared, then stormed off to his room. Hey girl, why are you just standing there? Wash your face and bring Arcel some tea, Neema ordered. Ghazal started to go, but then a commotion came from the door. Saeed burst in, a mixture of rage and grief. Where's Azim? Where is he? Seeing her father, Ghazal felt a glimmer of joy, but also sensed something was wrong. What's going on? What are you doing here? Azim asked, entering in a rage. Azim, why did you do it? Why did you kill my son? I gave you my daughter in return, but you've betrayed me. What I did was right. Your daughter is nothing compared to my son. Now get out of here. I'm taking Ghazal with me. Ha 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 ha. A chilling laugh resounded. You forget. You signed documents disowning her, severing all ties. She has nothing to do with you. I made sure of that. Azim sneered, pushing Saeed out of the mansion. Ghazal's mind went numb. Neema threw a demonic smirk her way, then went off with Azim. Ghazal's steps faltered, her vision spinning. The last face she saw was Arcel's, looking at her, and then she fainted. He lifted her in his arms, carrying her into the room. Her cheek was swollen, the blood still oozing slightly from her forehead. He laid her on the bed, deep in thought about what to do. Finally, he brought a bowl of water and a cloth, carefully wiping her face as though she were made of glass, fragile enough to shatter with even the slightest touch. Then he bandaged her forehead. Soon, Ghazal opened her eyes. Seeing herself on Arcel's bed, she sat up abruptly. What happened? Sorry, you're on my bed. Do you need anything? Are you hungry? Have you eaten since morning? And no. Arcel now felt a surge of anger at Neema. Okay, I'll bring some food. 5 minutes later, he returned with a tray. Ghazal ate quietly. It was the first time she heard her name from Arcel's lips, and her heart seemed to skip a beat. She raised her eyes toward him. Take this painkiller. It'll help with the pain. She stared at the medicine, a bitter smile crossing her lips. Pain is exactly what you people wanted for me, so don't give me relief. At home, Saeed was devastated. Amna, after Ghazal left, now Nawaz is gone. This house is unbearable. Saeed Sahib, what have we done? We were cruel to Ghazal. And see the result? Azim tricked us. My child, you know her cheek was swollen. We sent her into hell. Oh God, forgive us. Human beings often make decisions that lead to deep regret. Now Saeed was filled with remorse. Sunlight through the window woke Arcel. He opened his eyes. It was 7 in the morning. He glanced at the sofa, but Ghazal wasn't there. Jolting upright. Where did she go? He ran downstairs to find Ghazal sweeping the enormous hallway. Seeing her, he turned around and went back upstairs. I shouldn't get attached to her. I came in her life forcefully, and she's so much younger. She has suffered cruelty. But they kill my brother after all. Fine, let her do her work. It doesn't matter to me. Oh, really? It doesn't matter to you? He murmured, scolding himself. Standing at the door, Zaman overheard him talking to himself. So, you started talking to yourself? Arcel whirled around. You? Brother, I'm just, all right, forget it. By the way, Bobby was downstairs mopping the floor, calling for you. Now I'll leave, since you always chase me out anyway. One day, you'll definitely realize you need me, Zaman remarked as he left. Arcel was left standing, vexed. Look, sir, we'll pay you money, just don't kill him. Okay, let's make a deal, the other man said. What kind of deal? We'll spare your older son, but in exchange, you must give us your younger son. Then we're free to do as we please. What? That makes no sense. He's not the father of any girl. So if you love your son, you'll have to sacrifice the other. If not, Prepare to watch your elder son die. At the tribal jirga, everyone's faces showed shock and distress, for they had demanded the younger son as retribution instead of a girl. It was 10 in the morning, and everyone was gathered at the breakfast table, except Ghazal. "Brother, why hasn't Bobby come for breakfast?" Zaman asked. "How would I know?" Arsul muttered and returned to eating. "But she's your wife." Arsul paused. "I'm running late. I'm going." He left the table abruptly. "I'll go check on Bobby," said Zaman, standing up. Azim's stern voice stopped him. "Hey, what do you think you're going?" "Why? I was just going to see if Bobby wanted breakfast. You've been feeling too sympathetic. Watch out. That might be harmful to her," Azim warned. "Father, maybe it's you who's at risk. If my brother learns the truth, you'll be in trouble." "Oh yeah? Who's going to tell him?" "Plenty of people." "You must be careful," Zaman replied, heading to his room. Ghazal overheard their conversation from the hallway. "Let me warn him, Azim said. "All right, but finish your breakfast first. My stomach's already full from your son's talk. Our whole house will starve at this rate because of that girl." "Brother, what happened? Why so upset?" Zaman asked Arsul, who had come home looking anxious. "Nothing, everything's fine. Have you all had lunch?" "No, father and mother eat in their room, and I was waiting for you both." "All right, tell them to set the food. I'll be back with Ghazal." "Ghazal, get up." "Ghazal." She sprang awake. Who is it?" "Ghazal, is everything okay?" Arsul asked, switching on the light. Yes, I'm fine." "Come eat, then." As Arsul glanced around the room, he didn't see the file he'd been looking for. Maybe Ghazal put it somewhere, he thought. "I'll ask her soon." Ghazal had just served tea to Zaman and was returning to her room when she noticed a servant heading behind Zaman's room. She remembered the incident from 2 days earlier. Her heart froze. "Why is he going back there? I should check. But Arsul is calling me." She hurried back to the room. "Sorry, Arsul. I want to give Zaman tea. That's why I took so long." "It's fine," he said, as his phone rang, cutting the conversation short. He stepped onto the terrace to take the call. Ghazal waited, but it went on a while, and she dozed off. Finishing the call, Arsul returned. "She's asleep. I'll ask her tomorrow," he thought, lying down to sleep. They were hauling Denial away. He had no idea where they were taking him or what awaited him. He sat quietly in the car, unaware of the conversation around him. A large truck loomed ahead on the narrow road with emptiness on both sides. The others in the car looked visibly scared, but Denial's face showed no fear. Then came a violent crash, and darkness enveloped his vision. That night at dinner, everyone was seated except Ghazal. Arsul kept eyeing the empty seat beside him, then stood up and headed to his room. "What's with him?" Zaman commented, putting biryani on his plate. Seeing Arsul return, he added, "Brother." But Arsul wasn't listening. He had Ghazal by the arm, forcibly dragging her to the table. "Sit." Ghazal didn't move. "I said sit." Arsul shouted angrily, and she dropped onto the chair. Seeing this, Naima and Azim got up in a huff and went inside. "Eat until you're full." "Arsul." "Designer." "What?" "But you could have hired me. We'd benefit more working together," Alina insisted. "I've already decided, and I'm not changing my mind. She'll remain the company's designer." "You'd choose some newbie over me?" "Yes, that's exactly it," he replied flatly, leaving Kieran speechless. "I'm leaving." Alina fumed, storming off. "Miss Icy, come sit here in front of me," Denial said after the hall emptied. Kieran moved across the table. "Don't take Alina's words to heart. She just talks nonsense. By the way, what would you like to eat?" "Nothing, sir. It's already late. I'd rather go home." "All right, but at least have something. We're already here." "No, sir, next time." "It's really late," she said, glancing at her watch. "Fine, let me drop you off." "Saeed, can you see who's at the door?" Kieran opened it to find Ghazal and Arsul standing outside. "Ghazal, my child." "Amna, come quickly. Look who's here." "Oh, my daughter Ghazal." Amna embraced her, while Arsul greeted Saeed. They all sat talking happily. Then the doorbell rang again. "Kieran's here, I guess." "I'll check." Kieran opened it. Ghazal, my doll. She ran to hug her sister. I'm fine, how about you? I'm good. And who's this gentleman? I'm your sister's husband, your brother-in-law, Arcel clarified. Nice to meet you. They shared a lovely meal together, something that had been missing for many days. Laughter and conversation filled the home. Afterward, Arcel and Ghazal headed back. Where's that file? Arcel asked once home. Oh, I put it in your study, Ghazal answered. Could you bring it? Thanks. After he and Zaman left for work, Ghazal decided to take a look around the house. Azim and Ima were home. Time was ideal. She returned to that mysterious room behind Zaman's quarters. Opening the door, she found it dusty, with spider webs everywhere, as though it hadn't been opened in years. Inside, it was similarly dusty, with a single large photo on the wall, a man around 35 or 40, very handsome, with a woman and a small boy between them, obviously his son, just as handsome. Ghazal thought, that child resembles Arcel. Approaching to confirm, she realized the overhead light was out. She pressed the switch, no light came on. Maybe the bulb's blown. She stepped closer to the bed. Oddly, it felt warm, as if someone had just been lying there. Is someone living here? A sudden noise startled her. Who's there? She glimpsed a shadow on one side. Her heart pounded, and she retreated step by step until she sprinted out, shutting the door behind her. Heart hammering, she raced to her room, gulped water, and lay down, eventually drifting to sleep. In her office, Kieran was working on a project when Denial walked in. May I come in? He asked, giving her start. Oh, sir, yes, please. You didn't need to come yourself. No problem. How's your project going? Almost complete. Just needs a final touch. Nice. You finished so quickly. I worked all night. Great. You deserve a reward for your hard work, and you'll get it, God willing. Inshallah, sir. Aren't you going to offer me tea? It's my first time visiting your office. Yes, of course, sir. I'll order some right now. Kieran called for tea, then resumed fine-tuning her design. Miss Icy, I'd like you, not some other model, to wear this dress. I want you to present it, Denial said. What? Me, sir? Kieran was astonished. Yes, you. Trust me. You'll land us the deal. I'm sure. All right, sir. Great. The ceremony is tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Yes, sir. They chatted companionably over tea. Arcel sat in his office, remembering the file. Opening it, he found legal documents stating that the house, vehicles, and property were in his name. Among them was a letter. Arcel, my son, forgive me for not telling you the truth sooner. Today, you turned 28. 19 years ago, when you were 9, we had an accident. We survived, but you lost your memory. The doctor said you might recover if reminded of your past, but your Uncle Azim kidnapped you from the hospital and locked me up. Maybe he forgot we had another relative to whom I gave these documents. I made sure the entire estate was in your name, trusting he'd deliver it to you on your 28th birthday. Everything is yours and your mother. The letter ended abruptly. Arcel felt dizzy, memories flashing. An accident, screams, falling, darkness. He pressed a hand to his throbbing head, then stood with tense veins. Zaman, we're going home, he declared, driving off with fury. Entering the house, Arcel roared, Where is everyone? Hearing him, Ghazal hurried downstairs, startled by his raging tone. Where are Azim and Naima? He bellowed, voice far too loud. Unsure, she only stared. Arcel, what's wrong? Demanded Azim, appearing. You tell me, what was your plan? Huh? Did you think I'd never find out? Arcel lunged at him. Zaman held him back, pulling him upstairs. Naima and Azim collapsed on the sofa, alarmed. Brother, calm down, Zaman said. But Arcel was furious. It's all clear now. They lied to me. They tricked me. If they'd asked, I would have given them anything. But they deceived me. They get nothing now. They destroyed themselves with their greed. Yes, we were behind it, came Azim's voice. They looked to see Azim standing at the door. We staged the accident, had your father killed, took your mother from you. But how did you find out? Shame you found out anyway. And let me put your mind at ease. You're not my real son. I took revenge for the killing of my real son, who died. I was going to destroy Saeed's entire family, but you messed that up by treating Ghazal decently. Azim's manner changed from moment to moment. Zaman, Arsul called. Yes, brother, said Zaman, sorrowful at his parents' wrongdoing. Suddenly, the police arrived. Before Azim and Nima understood, they were handcuffed. Both marched away to prison. Arsul exhaled in relief. Thank you, Ghazal, for introducing me to my mother. No, Arsul, she's my mother too in a way. There's no need to thank me. Let's go. I'll settle her in a room. We can eat together afterward. Saeed, what do you think? Should we accept Kieran's proposal? In their room, Saeed and Amna discuss the matter. The young man seems well-mannered. And if Kieran doesn't marry, who knows if good proposals will come later or not. All right, just ask Kieran. Also, I invited Ghazal's family over tomorrow to talk. Let's see what they say. Okay. Ghazal, where's my tie? Why are you looking for a tie anyway? You've already got your clothes. Are you really going to wear a tie with a shalwar kameez? Hey, I wore a suit, okay? I don't care. I pressed some clothes for you. Wear those. Why? These look fine. Do I not look good? You look like the lord of the sewer drain parading around in that foreign outfit. I do. You think a handsome guy like me is the sewer lord? Ugh, forget it. I'm changing. Victory for me. Ghazal hooted as he headed off. Humaira, seeing them bicker from across the room, just smiled and shook her head. Brother, your in-laws called you twice. Should I pick up? Thank goodness my brother isn't here. Ghazal teased Zaman. Really, Bobby? Seriously. They bantered until Arsul finished dressing. All right, let's go, Arsul announced. Kieran's father, Saeed, was chatting with Arsul. Glad you came. Some important guests are on their way. Kieran's prospective groom. We'd like you all to meet them. Arsul sipped his tea. Who might they be? Oh, Kieran's suitor. We said yes, and they're arriving. Wanted you to join the celebration. They congratulated Saeed. Arsul explained everything about Kieran's new fiancée. Soon, Daniel arrived with his father, Salim. He could move his arms and speak, but remained unable to walk. Congratulations, sir, Salim said, shaking hands. Thank you for not refusing. Let's do the Nika and Rukhsati wedding ceremony soon. The house feels empty, so we want our daughter-in-law right away. All right, next week for Nika and Walima, Daniel suggested. Agreed, Saeed concurred. And Arsul, you'll be here with your family next week? Of course, uncle. I have only one sister-in-law. How could I miss her wedding? Wonderful. Come on, let's eat. The day of the event, Arsul insisted on hosting the function at his home. He'd been looking for Ghazal everywhere. Finally, he spotted her from a distance. Ghazal, when I see you, I forget everyone else. What's up with you, Arsul? You look so pretty, Ghazal. Ever since you came into my life, I feel complete, like my life has become filled with color. Without you, I'd be incomplete. She blushed at his heartfelt confession and ran off. Soon, Daniel and Kieran were wed, and she was formally escorted to his home. Arsul and Ghazal were living happily now, as were Zaman and his wife. Arsul had 2 children, a son and a daughter, while Zaman had a little boy. Daniel and Kieran's home felt complete too. Daniel, calm down. Whenever you play with the kids, you behave like one of them. Kieran joked. They're children. Let them have fun. Or do you mean me? Yes, you. You're making so much noise. I'm my mom's baby too, Daniel teased, resuming play with the children. Kieran's family was complete and blissful. Over time, we eventually get all that is destined for us, just as Ghazal and Kieran did.